Good morning, sir.
Morning, Mr. Shan.
Are you at the right spot?
Yes.
This is where they make the honey?
Yes.
All right. Excellent. Let me park.
Hey, Mr.
Good
Shan.
morning. How are you?
Morning. Very good.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Minor?
Yes.
These are the product right here?
Yes.
Finished product?
Finished product.
But
Product.
I see bees in there.
Yes, because of the scent, you know.
They're trying to get, they're following the bottle.
Mm-hmm.
So, this is, why this is in here right now?
Because it's a special delivery for Belize City.
Yeah?
You know, there are a lot of supermarkets over there. They
So-
call for their orders. And yeah, it's people mostly like this kind of bottle, you know, because they believe that it's more local instead of the plastic, you know, which looks more, I know, more professional.
So this is a old rum bottle?
Yes, an old rum bottle.
You wash it and you put honey in
Very
it.
sanitized.
By 8 o'clock this morning, Belize City will have their fresh supply of honey.
Correct, correct.
Amazing. Well, I can't wait to see how the process is.
All right, sir.
Okay, vamos.
Glad to show you. Our day begins right here with our carpenter. Mr. John le decimos.
Nice to meet you, sir.
Mr. John. Mr.
Nice to meet you, sir.
Chef Sean Quillen.
So what is this here? You make these, right?
Ajá.
¿Puedes decirme en español qué es este?
Para mí es una caja.
Una caja. Para abeja. Abeja is bee, right?
Sí.
Okay. So you have to make a lot of them continuously?
Not really. What we do right now, we hired him because he's a skilled carpenter, you know, and we had to, you know, innovate in the area of renewing our boxes because, as you can see, these are all old and everything.
So this one has been used?
Been used already.
And then
So,
now he got the pretty one here.
yes, the pretty one. Yes, that's right. So this skilled man here is in charge of
Man.
building up these boxes.
So I have no idea what this does. What does this do for the bees?
So this is called a nucleus. This is a nucleus box.
nucleus?
Yes. The word implies it's the start, the beginning of everything, you know. So this is where bees start. When we catch a swarm, a wild swarm, we put it in here with their respective frames, and this is where they begin.
You said frames. Where is a frame? Can you show
Frame,
me a
all
frame?
right.
So this is a frame?
Yes, that's a frame.
What is this here, señor? ¿Qué es?
Es alambre,
Alambre con un
frame de
un frame. So how many of these do you make for the day? ¿Cuánto por día de estos?
mínimo que se hace en el día son como terminado como 20.
20.
20.
¿Y este?
Trabajo.
So
Esto mínimo son como 10.
every day, every day. And so how does this work, sir? This goes in a nucleus like this, I assume?
Correct, correct, yes.
And then what happens? So you get a wild swarm of bees. How do you get the bees?
You know, it's nature. They happen to be on the wild. Sometimes people call emergency. Oh, you know, I have a wild
Oh,
swarm
yes,
in my
yes,
house.
yes.
And, you know, they call my father. I do not have the experience for that, but I can say that there are also wild swarms on trees.
Yes.
You know, you just shake it in a bucket, cover it, and then we place it in here.
Oh, wow.
But this is actually not the finished product for a frame. This is only a frame. We have to put in wax. And wax, we do have. It's we put in new wax.
Is
for
it the
them to work.
beeswax?
Beeswax, correct. They use it as a means of storage.
You think by the end of today I can see all of this
Yes,
process?
of course. We will visit an apiary. and you will
Apiary,
enjoy.
what does an apiary mean?
Apiary mean a place where it consists of 30 or more hives. For a storage room, you're welcome.
I
Can
see
come
bees
in.
everywhere, but
Yes, that's true. They are attracted by the scent, as I told you.
wow, so I see you have your labels here.
Yes, that's right.
Kayo's real and quality honey.
That's right.
So what is he doing?
He is
Labeling.
labeling, yes. You know, in a kind of old-fashioned way, but I know people love that because, as I said, it looks more local, right?
It is.
More kind of. Yeah,
And if you know me,
old-fashioned.
sir, I would never want to import honey. It is ridiculous for me to have
Listen.
people import honey. No additives, no preservatives. There's a myth out there. Some people accuse, just like how they have coconut oil. People say they put 1, 2, 3 coconut oil in a day. This may have a bad rep. This is 100%.
Correct.
You never will mix it with anything else.
No.
And this is how many generations in your family are doing honey?
Actually, there are many people in my family. For example, my grandfather, he is the the foundation, the root of
Yes.
this job. My father, then it comes to me, right? My uncle Rafael Perez, their children. My uncle Abraham Perez, my uncle Adolfo Perez, and well, my aunt, she is a successful entrepreneur. She owns the Shenantonich restaurant.
Oh
and
yes, we have
cafe.
to big up Miss Lisbeth
Yes,
Perez.
yes.
And we had a nice drink there just now with some honey in there with
Wow.
some lime and ginger.
Correct.
So that
This is
all the Perez family
almost everyone, yes.
right in just Sokot's village.
Correct.
Truly amazing. I know you want to ask how much honey there.
Well, that actually is some wax we have there.
Wax.
Wax.
Tell me about the wax, please.
Well, wax is
what's the wax? Beeswax?
beeswax, but this is a special
This
kind.
is all beeswax.
Yes. This is a special
What is beeswax, please?
beeswax, right? So this is what we take out when we harvest.
Oh.
When we harvest,
I can touch it?
Yes, you can touch it.
You see the smell. Can
Correct.
you tell me what I just smelled? It smells almost like fermentation.
Correct.
Like almost like alcohol.
Due to storage, sir.
Really?
Due to storage, because this is not really what people eat. This is what we process for bees to work again. So it doesn't really matter if it has a strong scent of
No, but it
fermentation.
smells beautiful. It
Oh,
smells.
that's correct, yes. That's because of the honey that it was stored, and probably it had water at the bottom, and water and honey, they cause a chemical reaction, which is
No, but it
fermentation.
smells so good.
Yes.
And then from there you get struck the wax. Is this the wax here?
Yes, that is actually what we put into the hives for
Oh,
them
you-
to work again.
Oh, now I'm understanding. This is important to put it in the frame.
Yes, that is right.
And then they come back to do what? They want to.
That is what they use for storage. They work this part here as they call it the foundation, right? So they have to work it, and actually beeswax is what is, I can refer to it as their own body fat, because at the end of the day what they do, they remove the small scales of wax from their body, and they start working using some secretions from their mouth, and then chewing it and working it on the foundation, which is this.
And then you sell this as melted wax too?
Well, people sometimes ask for it. And
What do they use that for?
they usually use that for, I can say it in Spanish, depilarse. ¿me entiendes?
Ajá, yes, in Spanish.
Y unas veces para hacerlo en candelas de,
Oh, yeah,
¿me entiendes? Para
candles,
prender.
yeah.
Hay otros que, pues, no sé, tiene diferentes usos lo que es la cera.
People put it in their hair, huh? People put it in their hair too, right?
Yes, that is correct.
Wonderful. Man, truly impressive. What happened right now at the Fallow Minor, and we're going to the apiary, and we're going to see some bees, and I have to get suit up and thing because I don't want to get sting, right? But if I get sting, it's all for good measure, because I have to appreciate where my food comes from, and you'll never be imported. Honey, liquid gold. Africanized bees, killer bees, like the words such as can kill us.
Correct.
So we need to suit up, right? I can't go there like this.
Okay, so the myth is that one bee could kill you. No, it has to be like 100 of them to kill you, because they can kill a dog, they can kill a cow, they can kill a donkey at the farm.
Really?
A dog. We had an incident back then. Our dog named Max, he was killed by bees at our house because it was this time of the year and they are more aggressive at this time. So we have to be very, very careful.
So yes, you said they are aggressive. So
Aggressive.
To send them in a trance or to calm them down, we need to
Smoke them.
smoke. So this smoke is very important.
Important.
And what does it do?
Well, this sort of takes away their aggressive mood by making them dizzy. It has to be a very good smoke. I saw videos on YouTube, people saying that the smoke doesn't need to be very, very heavy, but actually we use a very heavy smoke for this because it requires for them to to be more calm.
Calm them down.
Yes, calm them down.
And this smells like it's wood chips, right?
Wood chips, yes, correct.
Excellent. So I have my smoke, and the apiary is this way.
Correct.
I need my suit.
All right.
This is the apiary.
Apiary.
How many boxes you have here?
Approximately 50.
50.
Approximately. Not taking into consideration the small nucleus that I brought not so long ago. I think they have 2 weeks. I brought them.
And then you have to get where do you get the hives from? From the nature?
Nature itself, or we divide them, which is another
Okay.
technique to multiply.
And maybe I'm a stupid question, but if you divide them, you need one queen for each box?
Correct, but the one thing about them is that they make their own queen, provided that we provide the conditions for them to build one.
Wonderful. So it's like a hierarchy.
Yes, hierarchy, yes.
So incredible. If you're claustrophobic, meaning that you're afraid of small spaces, this feels like they're buzzing. So I shouldn't do any sudden movement. What should I not do? Because now
you should stay calm. You should not do so sudden movements like this. See, if I do this, they come more. They if you kill one, they have a pheromone, which is very, very, very. They can sense it because they have a strong sense of smell.
Yes.
So it can travel from here up to the last box over there, and they can come way from there and attack you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's something we're not going to prove to you. You have to take our word for it. Yeah?
Okay.
All right, good.
What we are going to do is just observe. Observe their how they work, right? But first of all, I'd like to say that these are honey supers, what they call. They are ready for production during the harvesting season. But we have our nucleus, right? That is the beginning of their life cycle, because they're a small population, and they're provided that we give them what they need, their feed, their wax,
So what do they need?
attention.
It's wax?
Wax, feed, because
What do they eat?
they eat honey and pollen.
Okay.
And they use a certain percentage of honey and water, which I have over there, and later we can take a look at it. They use a certain percentage of honey and water to build up wax. So it requires a lot of factors, for them to grow. So thus the need of taking care of them, because they're the ones who tell us what to do.
Yeah, and on a daily basis, you have to come to the apiary and
Not on a daily basis, because they don't like for us to interfere.
Yeah,
here.
because you gotta smoke them.
Correct.
But it doesn't kill them.
It doesn't kill them.
It just makes them calm.
Yes. So I have to come here on a weekly basis. Out there, apiculturists may say too much smoke, but we know what we do, because you will be witnesses that this box is no longer aggressive. I have visited a lot of apiculturists who do not smoke their boxes, and I've seen that they are more aggressive. So this is the trick behind low aggressiveness.
Man, this is fascinating, sir.
Okay.
How much honey really would we get? In terms of like a bucket or?
Okay. Given that the third box, the honey super, is ready, ripe enough, and we have 8 frames ready enough, we can take out approximately 3/4 of a bucket or half a bucket.
Wow.
In instances, there are cases that we can harvest a bucket from one hive.
Wow.
And that would be a four level box.
Wow. We saw some of this would get to your home. Some of the bees will actually get to the final place,
That's true.
and that's a couple miles away. Because an apiary can't be in a populated area.
Correct.
It has to be out of because it can, like you said, it can kill an animal.
Yes, it can kill an animal.
Wonderful. Let's go bottle some honey.
All right. Quick.
I feel like a roast pig that is smoked me. Hey. Yeah. Come back from the farm. I see some bees here. I had to change off by that was wild. That was the buzzing. Again, if you have a phobia of being in proximity to these kinds of things, you can't survive back there. So now we're back at the processing facility.
Correct.
Again, the apiary has to be out of the public's because of the stingers.
Yes. Correct.
So we're going to get honey from this now.
Yes.
Right, vamos.
Local products who love quality products, they, can get in touch with us. And
Yes, how do I find you?
you can find us via our
number?
phone number 629-0669 and 695-21, as well as my dad's number, which is 635-1819. And soon we will have a Facebook page,
Facebook
a business
and Instagram.
page.
And
Correct.
you can find countrywide Publix in Belize City.
Yes, you can
Sayview,
find my father's one in Sayview,
Brody's.
Publix, Brody's.
And yours?
Right now we're not into Belize City, but only here in Cairo District.